This video is brought to you by Hobby Lobby. So let's go to the spring shop and the floral department at Hobby Lobby and let's make something beautiful. So let's get started. Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique, and let me say I'm so excited to get to do another project with Hobby Lobby. So number one, thank you Hobby Lobby for sponsoring this video. So let's talk about what we're going to make today. So it's spring, almost. Well, no, it's not spring, but it's almost spring. I wish it was spring. Let's just put it that way. Julie lives in Michigan and she wishes it was spring because I want to be on my porch. As you can see, the sign says the porch is my happy place. And for me, last year we did some home renovations. We did the outside of our house again with new vinyl siding, and my porch is literally my happy place. So when I went to the spring shop at Hobby Lobby and saw this sign, I thought, that's where I got to start. I love this sign. I love the black and white. It's so clean and so crisp. Then I saw these really pretty white tobacco baskets. And what's kind of neat about this project is you can get the bigger baskets, you can get the smaller baskets and do the same thing with. So I'm really excited to show you. And then thirdly, I saw the lemons. There seem to be lemons everywhere and I love the lemons. So I love the black, the white, the yellow, and then the greenery. So I went to the floral department and I got these garlands. And I got these beautiful, they're almost kind of like dogwood tree flowers, but I just saw all of it and I wanted to make a wreath. So let's get started and let me show you how to make something beautiful and make the porch your happy place too. Comes with like a little chain, but we don't need the chain. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip these off right here, okay? And I don't need this part, but we are going to use the little metal hooks that they have already gotten on the sign here. So let me just get this out of the way. And we're going to use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these floral stem wires that I got from the floral department. And we're just going to take a few of these. And I like that these are wire, but they're like covered in like a thread. So it just kind of softens it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put these underneath the little hooks here where it has an opening. All right. And that's how we're going to attach the top. But then we're going to do something to the bottom here. So this is great, right? This little part right here is wonderful because it's already, you know, melted or molded into the sign itself, which is perfect, okay? So I want to add a little bit something extra down here to help secure it just a little bit more. So I'm going to take another one and I'm going to take our, I'm going to make sure it goes this way. I'm not sure, is that horizontal or vertical? I don't know. I'm challenged in that area either way. So, but we're just going to take our glue gun. I have Gorilla glue sticks in here. And I'm going to just take a piece of felt, scrap felt. I like to buy, and I have it on hand to work with projects like this. So I use felt all the time, and I just buy it by the yard, and I have it in all colors. So it's great. So now our sign is ready. I'm going to set this aside, and let's work on the basket. Okay, so now let's work on the basket. Now, it's probably going to be a little hard to see the whole thing in one shot, but bear with me, we'll get it done, and I think you will love this project. This was $15.99 normally, but it's 40% off right now, and so, you know, it was a good deal. It's a great base, and it's something different. That's what I like about this. I like to do something different for my own front door. I like to, I know I'm kind of known for making flower wreaths, but guys, I don't have a flower wreath on my door. Seriously. I like to do something different, so we're going to do this, and I have a whole plan for my front porch. And one of the things that will make this so much easier is if you go to the greenery garland section aisle at your local Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to tell you why. There's no taking little stems and trying to form a wreath. It's all together. It makes it so easy for you, and it takes a lot of the difficulty out of this project, and that's what I like about it. So I'm just going to cut this part here, and these, again, were 50% off this week. And let's see, take the little tag off. And then we're going to just start shaping our wreath, okay? Now, if you look at my basket, I decided that this right here is going to be the bottom. That's going to be the top. So we are going to place the sign of this wreath right in this section. So we don't have to really worry about too much about putting too much greenery here, but we still want to have a little bit because we don't want to make the sign go too far down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of look at this and I'm going to lay it. I kind of feel like this has a direction it goes. And I'm just going to like work with it. All right. So what I'm going to do here is this is the bottom. So I really don't need a lot of greenery there. So I'm going to cut this right here. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this end, get that little piece off because we're not like hanging it on a wall or anything. So we don't need that little hanger part. Okay. So now how are we going to attach this to our, the base of our basket? So you're going to kind of just like work with it. And then what I'm going to do is you can do one of two things. You can take those same white, like covered wires that they have at Hobby Lobby, and you're just going to start finding a spot. Okay, I'm going to just find this spot right here. And then I'm going to go through like this area, and then on the other side, there's another opening, okay? And then we're going to just start tying it down, all right? Now you could use their green wire. That's totally fine. I just decided I was going to use this white because it kind of matched the basket. And so what I'm going to do is I don't want to turn it over right now, but I'm just twisting it on the back of this tobacco basket, okay? And you just want to twist it enough that this isn't going to go anywhere, okay? So I'm not going to clip that yet. We'll clip those when we're done. So let's go up to about 8 inches apart. And we're going to find another spot that we can go down, okay? So grab another one of these. Grab 2 there. And I'm going to see, as you can see, we've got an opening on this side and that side. So we're just going to go on either side of those. And that's how easy it is. It's just not that hard. Now, we are probably going to use our hot glue gun. And we're going to kind of add our hot glue gun with the flowers and the lemons. But we're using this for the base. So I'm going to go about another 8 inches. I'm going to find a spot here, you know, and I try to bring the leaves up because I want the leaves to cover over where we're putting this in. You're going to find another spot to put that on and then just twist. So I'm going to do this until I get all the way around and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've tied it all down and then you're just going to kind of go and you're just going to kind of fluff up and make it look like you want. Now that looks like a wreath, doesn't it? I love it. So let me flip it over and let's see, and let me show you what we did on this side. So if you look really close here, I twist it. Okay, so I'm going to show you on this side. Okay, you twist it really good. All right, and then you're going to cut it with your clippers, and then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to just wrap it underneath, because what we don't want to do is we don't want any sharp wires coming out, because number one, if you hang it on a wall, you don't want to scratch a wall, you don't want to scratch your door or the glass, because I will actually probably put this on my glass storm door. So that's all you're going to do is you're just going to take a long enough piece that you can tuck it under. I just like to cut it. My clippers are getting a little dull, they're a little old, and then there's nothing that's going to scratch anything. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the next step is our sign. We're going to add our sign and then we're going to add all the embellishments. So we've already put our wire, here's the top and then here's the bottom, but here's another step that you could do. Whether or not you want to do it, it's really up to you. But you can take some of the hard floral foam that Hobby Lobby sells. I have some left over from the project I did with them earlier this year, and I can leave the link for that video. I used all kinds of things from their wedding department in the description box below. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and you're just going to kind of measure just a little bit, and you're just going to kind of put it down here and figure out, okay, that's just going to be kind of helpful in the base on how to put this on. So we got to look at this. Okay, where do we want? I'm going to make sure this is straight up here. Okay, I'm seeing that, you know, the triangle, so I want to make sure I'm straight. think I want to maybe even stand up and look at this. Hold on. So basically what you want is you want your sign to kind of lay on the lip of your tobacco basket. And then you can take this little thing and glue this on the back of your sign, and it have a part here that it'll stay nice and straight up. So that way your sign's not like bending into the tobacco basket, and we don't want that. So I think this is pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to glue this part in quite yet. Okay, we're going to hold off on that. I'm going to take and find a spot to go through with these wires, because this is where I'm really liking it. So I'm going to gently pick it up. I'm going to find a spot. There's one spot over there to go through. And you're pretty much going to do the same thing like you did before with the greenery. You're just going to take these through, and then you're going to twist them really good on the back of your tobacco basket. So let's kind of look at that. See if I can feel it coming back. We're going to twist this over. All right, so right here I have it. I just want to be really careful. I don't want to move my frame or my picture. That's where I want it. Okay. Let's just like twist it here. And by gluing this to the basket itself, it's going to help set it as well. So let's just, while we're down here, let's do this one. I'll just bring it through here, and then we'll look at that. We'll flip it back over and see. But see how that's going to sit on the basket? This is what we want, guys. And then that way it's going to be the most structurally sound for our sign to sit in. And they had a lot of really cute signs. They had a lot of different themes that you could do. They had a lot of sunflowers. They had, if you like bees and bumblebees, they had stuff like that. But don't limit yourself to just this. Maybe take this idea and do the theme that you want to do. So let's flip it over. Okay, that's looking good. I'm getting stuff on my sign, and the black shows it. Okay. All right, so here's the other one. So let's go through here. And we're just going to find the spots. And then I'm going to twist it. Okay, so it's on. This doesn't have the little piece on it, but it's not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. So what I want to do is I got to remember, I think I put it in this way. Yeah, you're pretty much just going to, and that's going to like lift it up even more. I got a little bit of foam there, so I'm going to take a little bit of glue. I'm going to just do it on both sides here. You can hear the crackle. And you want to do this quickly because you don't want to get glue on your project. And I'm just going to kind of put it underneath there. All right. There we go. Nobody's going to see that angle going in, I promise. And honestly, you could take another piece of foam and put a piece of foam in the back of this. Another way to do this, I would take this foam, cut it like really thin. You could mount it in the back of this, and you could be putting flowers on top. But we're not going to do this for this particular project, but it's just another idea for you to kind of get creative with this. And to get creative because they have so many tobacco baskets. They have huge ones. They have ones that would be way too big for your front door, but would make a beautiful entryway piece for in your home, or maybe on the back wall on your back porch or something. So there's a lot of different basket options. So don't limit yourself to just this size, okay? So I'm gonna trim off the plastic or the wires on the back, and then we're gonna start decorating it. That's where the fun happens. So keep it really simple, white, black, and green here. Be done. You can just be done with this wreath and not put another thing on it. But I'm going to be a little extra, and I'm going to add some lemons next. And then we're going to add some of these flowers and a little bit of greenery maybe as well. Now, I got two different options of lemons, okay? This week they're half off, which is amazing. But with the size of the flowers I got, I kind of feel like these lemons for me are a little big. So I'm going to skip on the bigger ones, but these are $3.99 normally. You can get them for $1.99 when they're 50% off, which is such a great savings. So we're going to use the little bag of lemons, and we're just going to cut it open. If you're wondering how much these were $7.99, 50% off, so $4, and you get, you know, there's like probably 14 lemons in there. And what I like about these is they're all different sizes. Oh, the texture of them are really nice too. So I'm just going to start by just finding spots. Let's just kind of play around here and just find spots that we want to put our lemons, because that's kind of the next focal point of this wreath. Okay, so I'm just going to find some lemons here, and we're going to glue these in. Now you could, if you wanted to get really if maybe you live in a hotter climate, you could get like a, I want to call it an awl or something. It's a tool that has a really sharp end. You could even take a drill, and I think you could drill into these pretty simply, and then take one of your wires and hot glue that wire in, and then you could put it in your wreath like that too. I'm not going to have that issue here because it's not 100-degree weather in the spring here. So that's not my concern. So if you want to do that, that's another tip for you. If you need to have better, you know, if you want to wire it onto your wreath, is my point. So let's see here. I don't want to do 2 big ones and then 1 small one. So you're just going to find spots, and you're just going to start adding them. Okay. I just love the colors, and I think you could probably do 2 wreaths with this. So if you had double doors, you could do two wreaths with this bag. I think that little one is really cute, so maybe that one will go there. Let's see here, maybe another little one here. So I'm thinking that's good. I'm going to glue all of these down now, and then we're going to come back with our flowers. So it's really simple, guys. You're going to put glue on the back here, and then you're just going to set it in that greenery, and I'm going to hold it down. So I'm going to do that to all of these lemons, and then we're going to add our flowers. Okay, so you know what? Before we keep going, I want to put a tie on the back of this, and I don't really want to flip it over and smush all my flowers. So I'm going to flip this over. It's really important to realize here that we kept... we want to make sure that this centerpiece here, you want a centerpiece that's going to hang well for your wreath, okay? So I'm looking here, and yep, it's going to be this one right here. It's the most centerpiece that we have, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. We're going to take this really pretty black and white ribbon, and if you want to make a big bow, you can do that. I really feel like this doesn't really need a big bow. I want the greenery and the flowers and the lemon to kind of speak for itself in the sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about, let's start off with about 15 inches of ribbon here. See if that's going to be enough. And I'm going to run the ribbon, and you could use twine, you could use some burlap rope, you could even use a zip tie for this too, okay? But this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to just tie a little knot, okay? Tie a little knot here, and then go like so, right? And then I'm going to twist it around so that when it hangs up, I'm going to put this underneath there. All right, all you're going to see is that little bit of ribbon. Can you see that? That's all you're going to see, okay? So I wanted to make sure we had something to hang it from, all right? And you could even hang it from, you know, if you had to, if this was inside a house, you could do 2 nails and do under there too. It's really up to you. All right, so let's talk about our flowers. I love these flowers. I didn't have to look long in the floral department to find something I love. I loved these. So we're going to just kind of find a spot where we can clip it, and we're just going to start gluing them through our wreath like that. So you just want to grab enough of it that it has, I'm going to actually cut this one, so I want that to kind of come through too, maybe. Let's see. And then we're going to just start putting them through, and you're just going to start adding a little bit of glue, and this is where you could get the Surebonder glue pot. I did not plug that in today. I don't know why I didn't do that, but you can get that at Hobby Lobby too. So let's just put a little bit of glue, and we're just gonna find a spot to go underneath there. You could even take a little bit of the wires. If you wanted to wire this in, you could do that too, okay? But I feel like the glue is gonna be enough. So I think that's a little bit smaller. Let's do this one first. And just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Just have fun with where you want to put it and enjoy the process, because I really like this part. This is the fun part right here. And as you can see, I'm going with the arrangement of the greenery. Okay, I'm loving it. I think it's so pretty. So we only used 2 stems of the flowers, and let me look at the stems. These were $5.99, but they're on sale 50% off, so they're $3 a stem. So I think that was a really good value, and I really love them. Again, daisies would be really pretty in this. Let me think, sunflowers would be pretty. Whatever you want to do, Hobby Lobby's got you covered. So they've got the stuff, all right? So there's one more element that we're going to bring into this wreath. And this, I just kind of like, this greenery spoke to me because of these little berries, okay? And the berries kind of had that yellow in it that I really liked. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here, and we're just going to clip some of these off here. All right, I can be a little noisy with my crafting. That's okay. Just going to cut some of these off, and then we're just going to start adding them here and there, okay? And you're just going to do it the same way you did the flowers. You're going to find a spot, put a little bit of glue on the edge of your stem here, like I just did, and then just put it down in the wreath, okay? And that's what you did with that garland that we put on here. So I'm going to do a few of these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're done. We made it. It looks so pretty. Don't go away, because I'm going to show you the finishing touches on my porch here in a moment. But thank you so much, Hobby Lobby, for sponsoring this video and sharing with us everything that's in your spring shop, and of course your beautiful florals. You can never go wrong when you shop at Hobby Lobby. If you want to shop at Hobby Lobby, there's links in the description box below. Make sure you click on them and get your products to make a beautiful spring wreath. And I can't wait to put this on my porch. Hold on, I got something else to show you. So here it is all together. I bought some pillows and this adorable rug from the spring shop. These are outdoor rugs and pillows and make a perfect accent to this beautiful wreath. I can't wait to sit here in the spring, and thank you, Hobby Lobby, for sponsoring this video.